Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the 4-String Strum of the channel. It's all about ukuleles. This week, if you want to learn a classic Christmas tune that is so much fun to play, you're in the right spot, so stick around.
Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane.
Alright, so here comes Santa Claus. He's just going to be here in a little while, so we got to get ready, right? Let's start off with the chords on this one. Real nice simple version. We're going to do a simple version, and then we'll do a little bit more of an advanced version. So if you're just getting started, you can still play along with us at the end when we do the playthrough. Chords for this one, pretty simple. Starts with C. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, up to G7, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer, see I pulling on the reins. Up to F, bells are ringing, see children singing. Back to F, all is merry and see brides. F, so hang your stockings and C, say your prayers, 'cause G7, Santa Claus comes tonight, see. Okay, and the whole song just repeats like that. All right, let's look at some strumming. All right, so for our newbies, you can play this a couple ways. You can just do a nice straight thumb strum, because there's lots of changes here. Simple chords, but you're kind of flicking back and forth. So if you're still on that chord changing level of playing, no problem. You can just do what I call the one strum. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all of the reindeer are pulling on the reins. Just with your thumb, nice and simple. All right, if you want to take it up a little bit of a notch, you can use what I call the paintbrush strum. And all we do with it is we're taking that one strum and we're kind of splitting it in half, okay? So it's like a Spock strum here. So we got our paintbrush. So paintbrush is just hit it with your thumb and then brush it with your finger. So you hit that top string with your thumb, whether it's high G or low G, doesn't really matter. Just like that. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all of the reindeer are pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, everything's merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Okay, nice and simple, gives you that little clip-clop feeling of the reindeer running down the road. All right, next thing we're going to do here is, if you wanted to, again, you can always amp this up a little bit and you can start to mix and match your strums. You can throw in the odd little finger drag, right? So we got our one strum, we got our paintbrush, and now we're going to look at something called finger drag. So finger drag just takes the paintbrush like that. So you got your paint and you got your brush, and we're going to split that first part. Looks like a little reindeer hoofy, doesn't it? All right, so then we can go with finger drag, and that one stays like one whole part. So this is what it sounds like if you listen. Finger drag. All right? So you just kind of add a little up flick after, if you're doing a paintbrush, all you're doing is you're adding a little up flick with your finger before you do the brush part. Finger drag. Like that. And now what you can do is you can start to put that together with maybe your paintbrush drum. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen, and all of the reindeer are pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, everything's merry and bright. Jump into bed and cover up your head, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Okay, so you can hear I'm just flicking it in there every once in a while. Again, doesn't have to be a set pattern or anything like that. Just adds a little bit of extra rhythm to your strum. All right, now let's have a look at how we can start to pull the melody out. So this is going to start to amp it up a little bit here, and I'll show you the notes, etc. And we can do this as just kind of like embellishments. You don't have to do the whole chord melody. Okay, so again, one sort of little step at a time. Let's take a look now at how we can start to use some of these little hammer-ons and embellishments just to bring a little bit of that melody out. Here we go. All right, so for these embellishments, basically what we're going to be doing is just doing a couple little hammer-ons here in order to start to drag that melody out. So I'm going to use another strum here, I'll show you, which is called the sledgehammer strum. So let's start with that. Sledgehammer is kind of like how we did our finger drag, right? Finger drag, except we kind of flip it on its head. And now we do sledge, hammer. Let me show you how that works. Sledge, hammer, sledge, hammer. So it's down with the thumb, then we strum and up. Okay, sledge, hammer, and we come back up with the thumb. Can I come back up with the finger? No, I'm just going to say no. Okay, come back up with your thumb because you're going to want to learn how to do this kind of a thing. It's really going to help with your speed later. It's good to be able to go down and up with your thumb and down and up with your finger. Okay, because then you can kind of get this sort of a thing going on, and again, it'll really help to increase your speed and your precision. All right, so again, sledgehammer. Ready? Hear it? Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus. And all I'm doing is I'm going all the way down. Here comes Santa Claus. And I'm dropping my first finger here at the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So when I do the hammer on, instead of going to the top string to start my strum, I just go to the 3rd string. Now, if you miss it and you hit the 4th string, it's still going to work. Listen. Doesn't really matter, right? Now I go to my G7. Right down Santa Claus Lane. The note's on the 2nd string, right? Where your first finger is on your G7. Hear it? Again, from the beginning. And all I'm doing is right down Santa Claus Lane. When I lift my finger, down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all the reindeer. And I'm just lifting and dropping. Vixen and Blitzen and all the reindeer. Now we're going to go back to the C here. Now when we go to the C, you're going to take your 2nd finger here at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. It's one of our other favorite little spots. And we're going to do this little pulling on the reins. It's like a little slidey thing. And you go down to the 2nd fret on that 2nd string. Pulling on the reins. Okay? Again from the beginning. Okay, now we're going to go to bells are ringing. And we go to our F here. And when we go to F, we're going to drop our 3rd finger here at the 3rd fret on the 1st string. And we run it down to the 2nd. Again, bells are... Then left it. Bells are ringing. And I kind of do a... hit it down, almost like a one strum kind of thing. You can do it with your thumb if you want. If you want to come back up for a little extra rhythm, you can do that too. Then we go back to the C. And you use your second finger again at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Then we go to the 2nd fret on the 1st string, okay? Lift, free chord there, C6. Then we go back to our C with our extra finger at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Again. Go back to your F. Now on this part, you can add the extra hammer on here. If you're going really quickly, you can skip this. And what you're doing is you're taking your 3rd finger here and you're dropping it at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. You're just kind of going back and forth. And again, that's why it's important to be able to go up and down. And then you go back to your C with your extra bonus finger here at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Then you go back to your F again. So, hang your, and then we're doing the thing with our 3rd finger here again. Your stockings. And we lift it. Hang stockings and 3rd fret, 2nd fret. Lift it. Then you go back to your C. Say your 2nd fret on the 1st string. Open. 'Cause Santa, and you play a G here. Santa, G7, Claus. Lift your 1st finger. Comes to, and that's the 3rd string where this 2nd finger is. You go back to your C, and ideally you're hitting that C string. Octaves there. Okay, one more time. Isn't that fun? And then you can get it going quickly. Now when I do go quickly here, I sort of skip this part because it's too quick, like this. Once you start playing this, it's funny, I sit down here and I just wail away on this for like an hour at a time. So anyways, play around with that and try and get it down. Now, you can do the full thing, like I was saying. You can use those little hammer-ons just as embellishments if you want every once in a while, and you don't have to play the whole thing. So like when you're singing, you could do Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. So use it there if you want. Vixen and Blitzen, out of the reindeer are pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, everything's merry and bright. Don't use it there, and button up your head, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. right? So you can use it wherever you want. You don't have to do the whole thing. And when I'm singing, I generally don't do as much fancy work because it competes with your voice and it gets a little bit too busy sometimes. And honestly, you've got a lot going on, right? You're trying to remember the words. You're trying to remember all the fingering stuff. So, you know, you can play with it however you want. All right, so let's play the song through. Now, whatever level you're at, folks, again, if you're just getting started, just play along with us. Just do the thumb strum if you want. Do a little bit of paintbrush. If you want to do that finger drag, you throw some of that in too. You can also do double strum, okay? So double strum is just like taking your paintbrush, splitting it in half, and splitting your sledgehammer, whatever, splitting them all in half, right? So you've got double strumming. And double strumming is just down, up, down, up. So you hit it with your thumb, bring your finger up, like you're doing a finger drag kind of thing. You brush, and then at the end, you do the thumb flick, okay? Now here's where it can come in, and it almost speeds up the sound of the song without changing the tempo, if that makes sense. Here's what it sounds like. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. So I'm just doing a finger drag and a paintbrush. Blitzing and blitzing, all the reindeer are pulling on the reins. Now we'll do a little double strum. Bells are ringing, children singing, everything's merry and bright. So you can try that double strum too. All right, let's play it through. Here we go. Just a quick little pre-Christmas message here from our sponsor. That's me. We just put up a new NQP Duke. Duke 10 banjo ukulele, like this one right here. It's got a couple of little weensy-teensy scratches on it, but you can save yourself $100 US. So have a look on the website. I'll put a link to the Duke site here down below. Check that out. We have still the Kelly brand, and you can get those with the Aquila strings, the reds or the standard super Nalguts, and those start at $199 Canadian, about $145 US. We also have some new Ohanas that have just come in, so check those out. There's still time to get some of these out before Christmas. The other thing is, folks, if you're looking for a gift for yourself, if you're thinking, what am I going to ask for Christmas? You can always put in for some PLAIDMAN one-on-one ukulele lessons, because I do those right now. I do the Intro to PLAIDMAN package. That's 3 lessons, and I also do another one that's 6 lessons. So I'll put a link for those down below, and we just do those like on a Teams meeting or a Zoom call. So wherever you are, we can link up and get you playing that PLAIDMAN style. All right, let's play the song through. Here we go.
Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen, all the reindeer are pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, everything's merry and bright. Hang your stockings, say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's got a bag filled with toys for boys and girls again. Hear those sleigh bells jingle, jangle, oh, what a beautiful sight. Jump into bed and cover up your heads, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He doesn't care if you're rich or poor, 'cause he loves you just the same. Santa knows we're all God's children, that makes everything right. Fill your hearts with Christmas cheer, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He'll come around when the chimes ring out, it's Christmas morn again. Peace on earth, goodwill to all, we just follow the light. Let's give thanks to the Lord above, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all of the reindeer are pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. Hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
Oh my goodness, so much fun to play. I love playing that one. Once you get it going, you don't want to stop. Folks, drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. I really like it. People send me emails, etc., and it really makes my day when I hear from everybody that's out there in YouTube land that's supporting the channel. Love it, and I really appreciate all the kind comments. And until we see you next time, folks, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Keep smiling. Keep strumming and have fun. Maybe with one of these videos right over here. Bye for now.